Welcome back to my Cotswold kitchen. My husband, John, is never happier than when he's working on some new project for the garden. And I'm a bit worried because he's gone off to see a friend of ours who is a brilliant worker with bronze. I don't want him to come back with a great bronze statue. Hamish Mackie is considered to be one of the world's foremost wildlife sculptors. Ever the art lover, John has driven down the road to Hamish's studio in Oxfordshire to find out more.
Oh, morning, Hamish.
Good morning, John.
Sorry I'm a bit late. 5 minutes.
Well,
naughty boy.
Better late than never.
I know. I say this is so exciting. Do you know, I'd love to have done this. I would rather have a career in art than anything else.
It all started for Hamish when he made a sculpture for an A-level project. He sold it for £50 to someone's parents, who then took it to a foundry to be cast in bronze. When he saw the finished result, it ignited a passion that became an incredible career.
But what are you going to show me?
I've been working on some elephants.
Right.
This is a commission to make a family of elephants, which started with a trip to Tanzania. And working in Tanzania, I worked from life. So back of a vehicle, direct observation, which makes me get the subject into my head. I sculpt something while I'm there, take lots of pictures, and then I bring it back to my studio. And then from these maquettes, I then start making the real things, slightly bigger things.
Hamish's work can sell for tens of thousands of pounds. I just hope John doesn't get too carried away.
The sculptures start with what we call an armature. So this is an anatomically correct skeleton of a baby elephant that I can change the position on depending on what I want it to be doing, what sort of position I want it in. And the next stage is to sculpt it using plasticine. So what I'd really like to do is to get you to have a go.
OK, I better get my coat off.
OK.
Let's have a go.
I'll get you some plasticine.
Show me just how you apply it.
So literally just sticking it on like this. And at this early stage, it can be quite
rough,
crude.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of thinking about the guts. And you want to think from the inside out as you're doing it.
I'm enjoying this enormously. This is
Good.
Out of interest. Is what I'm doing... Will you have to take it all off and start again?
Definitely.
You probably will.
But this is just the start of the process. In Hamish's foundry, the real magic takes place, under the guidance of his expert team.
Right then, John, come on in.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So this is the first stage, and James is chief mould maker.
Morning, James.
So I make a sculpture, which is a positive original, and then it comes into here, and James's job is to make a silicon rubber mould, which gives you a negative. And then from that negative, we then produce a wax.
Right.
I can show you one.
Amazing, amazing, amazing.
Matt's working on over here is a roe deer. So this is the silicon rubber mould.
Right.
And you can see it's a negative of my clay original,
Right.
which is positive. So we've obviously got a mouth and an eye, ear, and it gets painted up with wax to produce a hollow wax positive.
Right.
So once Matt's finished streamlining the wax, it then gets sprued up. And the sprue system is basically a feed system for
Pouring in there?
bronze to pour in there,
Yeah.
as you say. These are called runners,
Yep.
these thick ones, and then the gases will come out of the risers.
The wax is then coated in a couple of layers of ceramic, inside and out. It's all about creating and strengthening a final ceramic mold that can hold the bronze. The next stage is to pour in the molten bronze. I hope those boys have got good oven gloves.
So this crucible weighs about 60 kilograms, and the bronze is at about 1,140 degrees.
Just a little bit hotter than a pasta bake, then.
This is Felipe. Felipe is one of our chasers. So here we've cleaned off all the runners and risers, the pipes. We've got rid of all the ceramic. This was cast in 2 halves. And Felipe is now going to weld across here.
Yeah.
And then eventually this weld line will be chased with hammers and chisels and files back to my original texture. And it's one thing for me to put a fingerprint through wet clay. The skill of these guys is to put that fingerprint back across a weld.
The end result is these incredible pieces of art that not only capture every stunning detail of the animal, but they sit so majestically in the landscape. I've never seen John so quiet. No, John, you're not having one.